On the salon for this week, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today na Monday, November 22, 2021. We will bring the program come to you this Monday morning. My name na Saptiu Kalon.
And Mina Mabel Kaba, good morning. Inside this Monday edition of the program Good Morning Salon, the Minister of Finance, Dennis Van Didon, say the country wage bill don't go up from 3.75 trillion yuans inside 2021 to 3.9 trillion yuans for the year 2022.
The government wage bill for 2022 is projected at 3.9 trillion yuans, 7.7% of GDP, compared to 3.75 trillion yuans in 2021.
President Bio don't assure the people in Nakono district say government go make the road from Kwendo to the Kono University of Science and give school bus for.
So how will they do for intensify the campaign so that people then become aware of them?
When you see, say, they run a radio, they do jingles, they do adverts, they do small clips, they will get for the on television, then at the same time, much so much, they will do TV programs. So all they want and they go make people understand, say, really, what we do in domestic tourism, and now we conscious in and that we for now put attention because a critical component for making them grow the tourism sector.
Okay, when you talk about routes, then places indeed, they're not too accessible, they're not too motorable. So what are they doing in that respect?
Well, after government don't put lights there, of course they don't construct water, then the road network to go on. So
well, the International Labour Organization will launch the job creation project and then get support from the European Union. And together they will do this with the Salon government. The job creation project now has way for create a mechanism where will make more job opportunity there for people in the country. And this project get category of people where they deal with directly. They get women, youth, and persons with disability. And the mechanism they get for use now a marketing-driven approach where will make sustainable, inclusive, and economical viable support chains there among them people there we go make them stay into the job. And for the first start of this project, we ILO together with Govt of Sierra Leone with support of EU, they target about 4,000 people all over this country. And ILO will launch this project tomorrow. The more details of this project and how the implementation stage get for TALEC, once again, I welcome the Senior Program Officer at the International Labour Organization, Chinere Emeka Anuna. Good morning once more and welcome to the program.
Good morning once more and thanks so much.
Okay, before we start to look at the exact reason why you're here on the job creation, let's have a recent update of ILO, especially on issues that has to do with migration, specifically illegal migrations.
Okay, for ILO, we know they call any type of migration illegal. Rather, you get either irregular or you're a regular migrant. So for the ILO side, we they deal with people where they work out, they go look for job for other country, and for us, we they look at how the rights of those people are being protected, so that people don't go to deal with them in a way that is not according to labor rights. And we also they support government to put policies in place that we did with Sierra Leone in 2018, where we support the government to develop a labor migration policy. And the waiting labor migration policy they do, we say they articulate the things where the government is supposed to do so that people, either salon people where they go or people where they come salon to come work, how we go take to protect them so that they don't go maltreat them wherever they are.
So in terms of protecting their rights, what will you say is the current status of irregular migration regarding Sierra Leoneans that leave the country to go to other countries to seek greener pastures?
No, the status we say it depends on the country where you go, because each country get their own laws, and also most of the countries where be member states for ILO, most of them don't ratify ILO conventions where they deal with labor migration. So once you ratify that conventions, then your government's supposed to do things or put things in place. We're going to make you protect people according to those conventions where you don't ratify.
So in terms of the policy that you earlier stated, is it in any way reducing the irregular migration that people are involved in?
No, the thing we say, people go waka. not how where people no go move. People go, they go. And migration right of people because people get right to move. So what we did talk, we say people suppose move in a way that is right, where you no go violate the laws of another country. So waiting the migration policy help us to reach to articulate things where Salon government supposed put in place. We make if na Salon people we won't go outside, the things they supposed know, the things they supposed do, so that when they go to that place, they're not going to be irregular migrants. So because we know they support irregular migration, we they support regular migration. Where you could go according to the laws of the way they go. So you go fit find job, you go there qualified, and then your rights go there protected, and you'll be entitled to some other rights that are beneficial.
These migrants in any way, do you think they understand this policy? And also when you talk about their rights, do you think they are aware of these things?
The thing we say, we need to begin to, we go to talk about them like we they talk about them, yeah, so that people go to understand. If you do not talk about it, people not going to know what in day. So we go to talk about them, any opportunity where we get. Either because I know some countries, what they do is that they have what we call pre-departure briefing, as you they prepare to travel, the things you need to put in place, the kind of documents where you supposed to get, so that when you get to the other side of the country, you go get a job. And also some countries also they get what they call bilateral agreement, maybe with country. I know that some countries are currently they get bilateral agreement with some Middle East countries and some other countries. So once you have that agreement, so what an ILO go do is ILO also help you support, make sure say when as you negotiate the agreement, the things we're supposed to the agreement. We go they beneficial to people of Salon and also they beneficial to the country where they go.
All right, so from that brief background we don't give, see me producer, they make sense. Let me change over to Pidgin because you're comfortable with that. So for the issue of the day, you there this morning for we talk about the Opportunity Salon, where on the Polnado tomorrow with support from the European Union together with the government of Salon. What's it about?
Okay, the COVID-19. We don't increase the level of poverty, also people who when we get jobs. So after we don't do this analysis, we come approach European Union, say look at what we can do to help the people of Salon to create jobs. So based on those analysis, we are working with the government.
So in terms of job creation, we don't see different projects and initiatives with different organizations, both local and international, they come up with in the line of or in the aim of creating job. But sometimes we youth them out there where they cry for job opportunity. It's like most of this initiative are not a reality. In on our own area, we know the reality aspect of this in terms of the job creation.
Our own reality be say we go to work for road, so you go see the road. As you work for the road, now people of Salon in those communities, in those districts where I talk, the young people and women and people living with disabilities where we go use to do this road. The roads not be roads where you go use big machines to. They call them what we want to do now labor intensive. That means now human beings we go use. Now people go use do this road. So as you employ them, then they get the jobs. They go to work on the roads. We go to pay for these roads, and we are working on repairing about 200 kilometers of roads. So that's why. We don't already articulate and we don't already calculate and say we need like 4,000 people to do this route, and not the only road they do, we could also they train them too, so that when the issue of ability to work for road end, they go get some money to start something for themselves.
So for target 4,000 people will go benefit from this project, and you take a look at the unemployment rate in Salon, you're gonna see a vast difference there because many people they will want such opportunities where maybe you're not going to for reach them. So how they select the set of people where you go for work with, being that now 4,000 people you need?
Okay, the thing we say, as the project one starts, we, like I said, we they work with people with the local authorities for these 4 districts, and also work with the other government institutions where they work in these areas. So we go do assessment to identify, profile the type of people where we need, and after that we go choose. And but the thing we say, the 4,000 initially, because that is just for the road construction or the road maintenance. But after that, we go also train women, especially people where they do agribusiness. We want to train them on value chain development so that they go turn from small business where they do turn into small businesses where go they also they give them money. So we think say from this also, not only that we go employ 4,000 people the rules. We go also get women, youth also. We go begin do business. We go begin the work as business people from agricultural development, and then they go also create business for other people. We go help them.
So, in terms of knowing the passion or interest of the youth, the young people on a target, very important because most time we association organization and come up with job creation, the kind result we can expect that for let young people show interest and not into reflective because most time not to the interest than the way the young people want. In on our own job creation opportunity, I want to try to know that this 4,000 people are the first target. Now, this is the area of interest. We go make una see them show the zeal and show say they really appreciate this opportunity.
Okay, make you not forget say the places where we go work now for rural areas, not be for town. For these districts where we go work. So already, like I said before, already they have been consultations with the district people to be able to identify the areas where they like, the things where they want to do. So and this is not or this not be the first time where they do labor-based technology project for Sierra Leone. So already we've been working with some of these people, and the youth already have been profiled, and I said once we start implementation, we go begin the use already people that have been profiled and people that we have been used before that already know what we're doing, and we know it's not ILO that will be choosing. We are working with district authorities for the 4 districts that we are working, so that we want ownership. We want people who get the people of Salone from these 4 districts to get to make sure say now them own this initiative, not be ILO initiative. Now, Govt of Salone initiative. Now waiting Govt of Salone want to do. Now waiting the people of Kanema, people of Bo, people of Port Loko, people of Bombali. Now waiting they want. Now we go do because we want to make sure that now them get the job. Now them get so that even when the project end, it go still they continue. People go still they work. They go.
All right. Continue for the between at the studio. Chinere Emeka Anuna, Senior Program Officer na ILO. They are this morning they tell me about the Opportunity Salon program we then go launch tomorrow with support from the European Union. And he said then it targets the first phase for give work to about 4,000 people. Later in the program, we go get for can talk more about the different thing where this project here so composed of. The program Good Morning Salon they continue.
And inside the program now we look at another issue. The executive director for the Dowotoni Organization for the Aged, Doreen Barry, say the organization launched the road safety campaign for the aged because in not say all people only get plenty challenge for cross the road them. Doreen Barry talked this in our interview to Radio Democracy, where able to talk about the road safety campaign for the aged, where the organization don't launch, where it will make all people tap for the get challenge them where they access the different road them na the country, and also this initiative is able to tap the way out driver and apprentice them don't they treat all people them na the road. He explained more to Yeno Kabia inside this interview.
We don't do a lot in terms of the welfare of the aged. We don't do lots of distribution to old people. We don't do visitation. We don't do sightseeing in terms of like taking old people for go na them places then like restaurants, go na some places them way old persons say for go and get a good time. We've done that. We don't do we sold this good beauty pageant. We old people themselves been take part on beauty contests. We don't do football gala for the aged. We don't do medical screening for the aged. We don't do a campaign where we call like access to justice. We'll be signing an MOU with Legal Aid Board. Though we're planning for like revive work with other lawyers like Adi Macaulay. We're going to be the lead campaigner towards this campaign. We're going to ensure so before give free legal service to old people. That means say old person will come, we get issues them, especially on property issues them. We go come go give free lawyers for represent them in the court. So we've done a lot in terms of like seeking the welfare of old people in Freetown.
And we see we don't launch one road safety campaign for old people. So take me through to this campaign they bought.
Okay, the road safety campaign for the aged. This year we'll be get to a symposium will be old during the 60th independence anniversary of the country, which shows say Salon self don't reach in old age. And so we get that old people follow can discuss what are the challenges the way they face at the country. And one of the key things we've been come out now that the way and manner when they deal with them on the road, the way drivers them and apprentices they talk to them is very disrespectful. Some man they run faster, some man they run slow, but at the same time, we want for them to be conscious that when they're on the road, when they see old person, they for ensure say in safety it come for. So because of that, we are made to drivers union and the members, them executive, that don't even go launch the campaign, talk to them, let them see how they go help we when old person on the road, let them ensure say them give them a helping hand. We are unable for claim the motor carry high, let them ensure say them pack fine and help the old person for enter. If not a queue, they make a queue, let them give priority to old person, let them first enter, before the young one then go enter.
So how I get for do this? Because plenty tell on this way old people learn the personal treat. Some man I want they go in the constraint for cross safe. So how I get for do this?
The work is plenty. That's why we when it comes to the day of crossing, we don't engage the director of traffic. We don't give him word say he go ensure say any traffic officer waiting at any checkpoint when old person want for cross, they go assist them. And also again in return, we have to teach we old people them also how to use the road, because once a man, twice a child. So we have to work with appropriate authorities them for ensure so we engage with old people, teach them about the zebra crossing also, because some man don't old, not to everything he remember again, like I be young, be active and so on and so forth. And also one for see the zebra crossing them, let them try for like add more paint into them, because some of them they even see them again. So all of those things. So that's why the advocacy is going to be a robust one. We'll go for engage stakeholders them. Do media campaign like they do so now. They use the media for send out to messages, so don't do flyers. We're coming out to jingles very soon for ensure say the messages then go down there. We're doing this with no support from nobody. It's from the organization itself. We saw they go wait for the person can't give money, they will not start, because we know how difficult it is for us for raise funds, for run the affairs of old people in this country.
So this campaign where they talk about so now get for lunch, get for teach the old people how for use the zebra sign and all that thing them. Now the old people no more now they work with now get for cater for now generally the old people in the country.
We go work with the old people, of course. We don't start with the drivers union, of course. We get for do more with the plan for going to the parks, and because now then they're on the road and then they deal with the motor car them, and then cars then the old people then they use. So like we target the drivers, we target for old people them, teach them how to use the road,
Organization for the aged, though in Bali, they talk to Kabia inside our interview day. For sake of the road safety campaign, we launch for the aged, as he said, this now as way for tap the way how old people can cross road them na the country. The program Good Morning Salon they continue, and inside the program now, we dey go for a break.
Sierra Leone Salon Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile app, you can able for use Salon Link money transfer for send money to anybody elect you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money na the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office elect you not get the account number. Buy Ed-Salite, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again, but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. Yagbadon done for we boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all you supplier them, sell forex to Salon Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store, or go to Salon Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering God.
Sierra Leone Commercial Bank. 1 minute after 8 at the time from my studio clock, and the program is still listening to now Good Morning Salon. Whose kind business them we their own money for the do for let them benefit from this project? Which kind business?
Okay, the thing we say now, people where they do agribusiness, agriculture, now we go they support the project. Actually, maybe make I start with within the project they focus on. The project get 3 areas where they focus on. One, value chain development for agribusiness. Then the second one, feeder road maintenance. Why the third one, to teach people about entrepreneurship. So the agribusiness be people where they work for the rural area, women and youth where they work for the rural area where they farm. But we never decide on the type of products that or the type of agricultural products that will be used. So this we go doing when we start the project, because we want to be sure say the products where they go market, now products where the people they farm for these 4 districts. Now they do the way we go support them to do the value chain development.
Inside the people we get for benefit from this job creation project, you state disabled people in the different implementation stage or the different stages of this project. Within whose category would they fall? On the training or the road project exactly?
They follow for all the 3 categories. So
Okay.
depending, if you get the people with disabilities where through the road maintenance, they go follow, knowing that the road maintenance get different areas where they go fall in. So if you get people that where fit do them, where they live with disability, they go do. Also people when during entrepreneurship, we go also train them because there is a deliberate strategy to make sure that the people where they live with disability are included, because this is supposed to be inclusive growth project to make sure that everybody that we're supposed to cover.
So on the issue of the road, we look at the road project and more on manual labor key involved. I mean, for the persons with disability, how we get for be like on this particular project, since you say they fall in different category?
Like if you say you get somebody where they die from dump, the person feed work now. No feed work for road, go feed work for road. As I say, we go look at the type of disability where you get, type of strength where you get, type of thing where you feed do. And that will determine where you go fall in within the 3 areas where we they work on.
So in as much as you say they work in partnership with local authorities and forget the people way for benefits from this project. The reason why they bring you come back there gets for do with selection process, because we don't see also then kind job opportunity they come out. Most times people can at the end of the day cry foul say then be the things say them for benefits, but it go to set of people where some man can allege say pass you belong some side for let them bring you on board for benefits. So waiting at the criteria them we wanna they ask them local authorities they have for set. For example, we already get established young youthful organizations them where young people belong to. We get disabled groups them we already them don't establish themselves. And we get set of young people them again. We not belong to any group, but then self need job. So in terms of selection, now waiting on they ask the local authorities them for look for get the one away for benefit.
The thing we say when the project starts, we go work with National Youth Commission. We also they work with SLECAD, they work with SLRA, and then with the local district. So now that time we go begin establish criteria where we go select the youths, and then there is something we call they call profiling. You need to profile. If you establish criteria where you want the type of person where you need, then you go you go call for interview, and then you go do the selection based on those criteria. But that criteria we go no be I go just sit down for office, write the criteria. We go consult with the district authorities. We go consult with NECOM. We go consult with even women organization. We're also working with women farmers, because we have women farmers organizations that have already been identified. So as I said, based on that, there are different institutions. Even we get even the Labour Congress, Sierra Leone Labour Congress, part of them. So we get different people who will help us to be sure that we are doing the right
So
thing.
if young people in the way not belong in any of the organization, does it mean they are not going to benefit from this opportunity?
No, they go benefit now. As long as you are based in Port Loko, you are based in Kanema, you are based in Bo, and you are based in Bombali. That's why I said when we establish that criteria, not be only be say we go work with those youth organizations.
Okay.
We go work with the youth for that community. Not be say it has to be you must belong to a youth organization for you to be part of it.
For letting young people here get then job here and one thing, but how sustainable it will be, because if you look at some young people involved in job currently, but a job when I just forget thing for it for the day, then say tomorrow I go find on. So how sustainable this project be?
Okay, you could say you asked me this question. For us, for International Labour Organization, our job not be only just to create any job. We they create quality jobs where we they call decent jobs, for us, as the people they work for the road, as we create these jobs, people they work for the road. We also say we go to do some training for them, like vocational skills training, so that when you finish, when the road construction don't end, we go also teach you how to save some money, because that's why I said you get 3 components. We get agri value chain development, we get road maintenance, and then we get entrepreneurship trainings. We go help you if you're able to save some money, even if the issue of road construction end, because get some money to help you to start some business, because there are different trainings that will help you do this.
Okay, continue for the with we in the program. In name na Chinere Emeka Anuna, Senior Program Officer, International Labour Organization, area for talk about the opportunity job creation. We ILO with support from EU they begin do and then go launch this project tomorrow. And the first phase of this project will target 4,000 people in the country. The program Good Morning Salon they continue.
All right, we continue for look at more issues in the program this Monday morning, and we look at other issues now as it don't go pull different development projects in Adona Kono district. We want pandem na for Tondoti Oba for build the first Kono University of Science. President Julius Madabiodo assure people na Kono district say government go make the road from Kwendu to Kono University of Science and provide school bus for the students. Waniga Uja gets more on this, he go report.
That's not the people of Kono district where we come on a door for welcome His Excellency the President, Dr. Julius Madabiona Kono district, and be they sing in a traditional language. As the President go turn Doti Oba for start for build the Kono University of Science and Technology. Outside this university inside 2018, the government of Salon be starts the process for construct them for fulfill one of President Bio in campaign promised them. And this project, now the ECOWAS Bank, be promised for give loan to the Salon government for build this university with over 470 acres of land. But because the process for make the ECOWAS Bank give this couple, they take long term, according to the chairman for this project, Dr. John Tambi, may government be decide for pre-fund so that the bank go approve this couple. And according to Dr. Tambi, by next year, class them go don't start na this building.
So what you can see there, government own money, not the bank money, government own money. Administrative building and for building some classroom and hall so that the university will start for the ECOWAS money. By the grace of God, before the end of next year, and I will see the administrative building here, so this and I will see the classroom then, and I will see the hall. So class then will begin now. So today what they can do is to look that side and I will see truck and plant. Or so say the work then begin. But now construction will start immediately after we turn the south.
Where it be the turn Doti Oba for start for construct this university, the president, Dr. Julius Madabio, assure Kono people and say, after the university go done, the government go make the roadway lead to this university, and students and say go benefit from bus them, where go make transportation easy for them, with the help of the First Lady, Madam Fatima Biyu.
We know we're giving a university now if we not make the road from Kwedu to Kanaya. I been saying they're giving a double, no so. We they make sure that we provide a road. And Madam don't tell me say they provide bus, we go they fly between Ya and Kwedu. Just like how they do in England. You say if they block so you go inside a bus, you can't have school. And we they make sure that the quality of education where you get now, not just the same way that they give any side in the world.
The president continues say, he observes say even with education, the people of Kono still value mining. We make a promise for do more training for people where they into mining now this district.
Now that make a talk say today na great day for una. The power where una get now una aid, it pass the power where the diamond gets una they dig all the time. We are not to stand boy them, but we not been given the opportunity for make una prove say una get superior brain power. Now that opportunity we don't provide so. For even dig the diamond, for no waiting for do. For no side the diamond day. Now guess when I can guess. Now we can't train people then. We go know who side the diamond day. So you know they go and dig outside.
During this program, requests become of Forget Science Lab, we make the Minister of Higher Education, Dr. Alpha Uri, say in addition to the university, government go start foundation course them for students where they into science.
The people of Kono deserve the support of the SLPP government. For too many years, we don't get gentry from now na diamond roasted like binti. But now we want to put diamond inside our head. because standing at the long-lasting sabbatical will become it all. You hear again then say the science lab no dey naya. The pass rate in science is weak. Well, the president will make a tell una say in January, we will start foundation course for students that will get for go na this university.
The paramount chief, PCAM commander, where he be dey talk on behalf of the people in Kono district, he say for long term, Kono don dey contribute to the country economy, but still, no be dey benefit anything. But say, with this university in Kono, the people believe say, themselves don't begin benefit from the national cake.
Maybe the fish said the bad joke. Throw him in election time. He said, come for better way. And indeed, we better now. Excellency, sir, we come up with the first ask for light. Today, I not light for Kono. Oh, we get university and the history of Sierra Leone. A very big legacy that we have. So this will tell you thank very much.
As always they be, President Biosef be pulling out about 78-kilometer road where go benefit 5 chiefdom them, where lead to Mofindo chiefdom na Kono, when at the Guinea border, where this the president say, with this road, that will lead to plenty investments na Kono districts.
This is an international road straight. You see, we say Fayama de Komo Bush, Mafindo de Komo Bush. Now this we people they want. Now for make provision for them. This is the agricultural area. They want for able access the market, and they want for take things there into Guinea, able sell and live. Now that infrastructure will go lead to development. Now that will they do. This now a major trunk road will get for bring a lot of benefits, not only for Kono. Now Salon say they can benefit. Guinea they benefit. Will they make it easy for them for come at this part of the country for go na Conakry.
Where if they give overview for this project, the engineers say this road now one way go last for long term and go create plenty job opportunity for young people.
They therefore provide employment for the youth them when they are along this road. Women they boy people they we are all welcome for come apply to the contractor level of work. We therefore pay everybody where the property will be affected. We will make sure say we will say to you the road therefore meet your host, we will pay you for it. If the road therefore meet plantation, we will pay for it. All of that pay in the cost.
Inside this waka, the president be gonna village them inside Kono district. Usa it be old town hall meeting, na Suafe, Toli, Lee, Fiama, Mofindo, Kaikondo, Nimikoro, and be end na Sando. Usa it be tell them chiefdom ya, but development projects them, where it gets for them. And self, remind them of the importance of free education and why gal picking them for old book with to earn. For the Society for Radio Democracy, me na Waniga Oja.
Because money easy for loss, like how it easy for broke egg. You save not for life you couple business to people they will not sabi, and one day we get ben. Union Trust Bank get all the correct and master sabi people them for help make you couple better. We na Union Trust Bank. Team up Tiranga. So your money go fine with no wahala. And you no go get we kind service no other side. Make good use of we SMS alert where they show you your money transaction. Enjoy we internet banking services for check your accounts. Safe, you can visit we website on www.utb.sl for no more but we order plenty products and service them. Now Union Trust Bank. Excellence now it's on card. Union Trust Bank. The force and true Salomon Bank.
The program Good Morning Salon, they continue, and inside the program now they come over to a studio guest. We don't need to worry about the job creation opportunity where International Labour Organization together with the Salon government go launch tomorrow with support from AU. And Chinere Emeka Anunana, the senior program officer, we don't the update with so far about this project in terms of people holding targets and what are the different in them of the job creation with this project get for involved. Now let me look at the structure of this job creation project in terms of the different stages.
Okay, Like I said, the project we get 3 areas where it won't work. So the first stage now, as we the launch on, because the project we just started, so we go launch on tomorrow. Once we finish launching it, the next thing is tomorrow and Tuesday. So on Wednesday we go get a technical meeting with all the people who go work with us to implement this project. The national institutions will go work with us and also EU so that we go agree on how we go about. So after the technical meeting on Wednesday, then we'll have a clear roadmap on where we go start and how we go proceed. Because we don't want to be, let it be only ILO that is doing the roadmap for the implementation of the project. Like I said, we want it to be properly owned by salon people. So we want to make sure that everybody is carried along.
You talk about entrepreneurship, and we see plenty young people now they go into that path for ensure students are able for empower themselves. Despite them, some of them can don't go to university, don't graduate, but not can get job from the central government. They don't help themselves that way. So now waiting now the provision waiting for young people like them kind of way into entrepreneurship.
Okay, for ILO, say ILO we get a global training model where would they use to train people, where they call them start and improve your business. And what they do is they start from you trying to help you to generate a business idea up to bookkeeping, accounting. You get 10 models, and each of the 10 models they deal with different areas of entrepreneurship. We also go do training where they call Get Ahead. Get Ahead mean we say gender and entrepreneurship together. So that one be targeting both women and also men to ensure that they know the basics of how to start and have a sustainable business. Because what you they talk here, not be just to start business. If you say when you start business in the next 5 years, you go don't grow from point A to point B and to go hoping to get to point C. So the training now, those kind of training we go do. Another training where we also help people to do it because say not only to start business, is also how do you market your business. So we do another training we'll go do with the column improve your exhibition skills so that in case there are trade fairs they want to attend, whether it's agricultural, national or global, they'll know what thing to do when they get to that trade fair. So and the good thing about start and improve your business, so even though it's standard, we feed they do them even for Creole. When you train people, you train them so that when they go train for villagers, they go train them in a place where they go understand what they're supposed to.
So startup package day for this project?
Yes, they look at startup, and we also they look at working also with financial institutions to address barriers to credit facilities.
The entrepreneur stage of this project, where you look at the issue of entrepreneur initiative, a project for let young people become useful and get things what they do for themselves. So many organizations them don't they come with such initiative. In ILO they own where they do together with the Salon government. We know the difference where this gonna make from previous one them where young people not involved in.
Okay. For like I said, for ILO, we get standard global training where would they do. That is the major difference for us and other people where they do. And also, like I said, we they do even though say that even village woman go understand what you're supposed to. And I talk and say, no, be just to start business. We want to make people start businesses that are sustainable. So business where if you start today, if you come back in the next 1-2 years, you still they do the business, and if you are growing, you have grown from point A to point B to make sure that the business is expanded. Because the problem we say we get not be only for salon, even for where I come from. Now they say they look for business people. There are so many business people who get business ideas, but the thing they say our businesses know they grow, our businesses know they're sustainable. We start them today, in the next 6 months, we don't close up. From that business, we don't jump to another business, we start because we not get the basics we were supposed to know as how businesses are run. So those are the things that we go help these people to understand so that when they start these agri-businesses, they are sustainable and they are marketable.
So looking at ILO, not only nobody implement this project, or they get support from European Union. Let's look at the role of the Salon government into all of this in this job creation opportunity for young people.
The thing we say, if you look at also the thing where we print, what we they do, we say we they support the government. Our own is to bring the technical capacity where we get for ILO, but the project now the government of Salon get them. That's why I say we they work with SLRA, we they work with SLECAR, we they work with different ministries of the government. We also work with the people we refer to as ILO social partners, which is Sierra Leone Employers Federation, Sierra Leone Labour Congress. We also be working with district authorities where they for these 4 districts where they work. So now them get this thing. Before the project was developed, we had meetings with them and they said this is what they wanted.
So far, which you will say about the cooperation of the different institutions where you don't talk about in ensuring that they support this project so that it will come out fine during the implementation stage?
Yeah, because before we start to finalize the project, we had meetings with them. So they were already committed, saying they could be part of the project. And as I talked before, we could do a technical meeting on Wednesday so that all of us could agree again on how we want to start. For every step of the way, government institutions go follow us, we go there with them, we go with them, we go work with them, and then we go hand over to them when the project won't end.
So how much are the money we involved in all of this?
Now 8 million euro.
8 million euro. And in terms of monitoring, now waiting at the mechanism we una will get for use, because you state earlier say when not just one for create the job then, but then supposed for be sustainable. So even where the projects go done, people go still get work for do. How are they monitor?
We go monitor with also not only ILO, we go to monitor with both EU and also with our partners where they for Grant for Salon, where they work with. And also we also get our people from our headquarters in Geneva and also our decent work team where they Dakar, we go to provide us with technical support. So we're going to come, we're going to go with, we're going to go Kanema, we're going to go Port Loco, we're going to go Port Bombali and also Bo. And then we go, before we're going to go to the project site to see waiting they happen, and we'll go make sure, say, those women farmers where they work with, are part of our monitoring process. All this will be agreed so that everybody know the role where it's supposed to play. And then when we go want to visit the beneficiaries to see exactly where they are. And before we start the project, we go do some kind of assessment because we need to know what's in the ground now. And then by the time we also end the project, we go do assessment to know what we have achieved between the time where we start and the time where the project will end.
Okay, continue for the with Chine Emeka Anuna, Senior Program Officer from ILO. We don't give you updates so far on the job creation opportunity. We then go launch tomorrow, and they do this together with the Salon government with support from EU. The program Good Morning Salon, they continue.
We they go now to Parliament, outside the Minister of Finance, Dennis Vandi, go lay the Appropriation Act 2022 na Parliament Friday, November 19 this year. This act gets government expenditure, revenue generation, and other plan them for the year 2022. Also, the minister say the country wage bill they go up from 3.75 trillion inside 2021 to 3.9 trillion euros for 2022. Princess Pierce, with parliamentary reporter, Igona reports.
Building resilience for inclusive green recovery. Now the theme for the Appropriation Act 2022. When are the government budgets? Every year, the Ministry of Finance they hold budget discussion with ministry, department, and agency them for talk about the coming fiscal year and expenditure. For sake of this, the Ministry of Finance will end the 2022 budget discussion with MD them. We make them develop the budget envelope for 2022. For CC, government can the mandate for spend the couple where they don't plan for spend inside the year 2022. And the Ministry of Finance, we don't develop the 2022 Finance Act, we get government expenditure, revenue generation, and other plan them for 2022. Friday, November 19 this year, the Minister of Finance, Dennis Vandi, not only the Appropriation Act 2022, but waiting at the money where government plan for spend inside the year 2022.
Total revenue and grants for the fiscal year 2022 is projected at 9.94 trillion leones. This includes domestic revenue of 7.64 trillion, 15.1% of GDP, and grants 2.3 trillion leones. The budget for 2022 is fully financed with no financing gap. Principal loan repayments will amount to 740 billion leones in 2022. Of the total projected domestic revenue, income taxes will contribute 2.71 trillion leones. Goods and services taxes, GST, 1.46 trillion leones. Import duties, 950.1 billion leones. Excise duty on petroleum products, 706 billion leones. Mining revenues, 316 billion leones. Royalty on fisheries, 142 billion leones. Parastatals dividends, 125.4 billion leones. TSAs, 413.1 billion leones. Other government ministries, departments, and agencies, 144 billion leones. Road user charges, 226 billion leones.
As na over 9 trillion leones, government plan for spend inside the year 2022, whose area na government expenditure priority.
The expenditure priorities of government remain human capital development, economic diversification, including agriculture and food security, infrastructure development, combating climate change, and promoting good governance as articulated in the medium-term National Development Plan 2019 to 2023. The continued implementation of the programs and projects embedded in these sectors will support the resilient recovery of the economy in 2022. The composition and allocation of government expenditures for 2022 financial year reflect these priority areas.
The country wage bill budget for the year 2022 go up past how we be there inside 2021. But what is the reason for this?
The government wage bill for 2022 is projected at 3.9 trillion leones, 7.7% of GDP, compared to 3.75 trillion leones in 2021. The increase in the nominal wage bill reflects government's commitment to award a salary increase of 25% to all security forces over a 3-year period. Employees of tertiary educational institutions, including universities, polytechnics, government technical institutes, will also receive a further pay rise of 25%. The increase in the wage bill will also cover the recruitment of 1,200 teachers, 1,000 health workers, 1,000 police officers, 200 correctional officers, 85 firefighters, as well as 500 academic and administrative staff for tertiary educational institutions, especially the newly established universities.
With all of the wage bill will go up, waiting at the projected 2022 debt service interest payments.
Total interest payments are projected at 1.44 trillion, 2.8% of GDP for 2022. Of this, interest payments on domestic debt will amount to 1.26 trillion, and interest on foreign debt 178.7 billion leones.
I've been talking to the leader for the National Grand Coalition Party, Honorable Dr. Kane Koleyumkela, and the chairman for the Finance Committee in Parliament, Honorable Francis Amaraka Isamba. But what do think about the budget? And then we get this for same.
A lot to reflect on. The one good news where I go say they now not new tax no dey. Of course, we still worry whether the government go able to manage the economy well because the expenditure is still high. Of course, the big question is this really a bread and butter budget again?
I think it's good. This don't give me some hope. We all know 2021 have a difficult year, but this one will give you hope because the monies that we don't allocate, we believe to be able for help for pushing the effect of the corona and difficulty we don't in the country. And for ensure that the economy is stable and the living condition for the people is better off. That is what this budget will be meant to address. But it is envisaged, it's a proposal that hope good day so that we'll be able to live a better life given the circumstances we're in.
The Appropriation Act 2022, they now in Parliament, and member of Parliament them get for look inside and debate them before they turn out to law. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Princess Piasley reports.
Una picking for discharge today, but una not pay the money yet.
Doctor, give me your number. I don't send now.
Alex, I don't give you the number for send hour in fees.
I don't send now.
How much the big bag is?
Na 320,000.
I not get the full cash now.
Na for send am.
Senam? Wetin are the Senam wey all man dey talk about?
You late for your real Mary. Send am now go call the Ecopo service. This one fast pass with simple. With the Ecopo, you go send and receive money to anybody, any sign a salon, simple one. The person no need forget bank account or internet. Even if na button phone you get, it go receive and cash money, easy one. With the Ecopo, you go buy something any sign a salon, and the person will go buy, go cash am simple one. You go use Ecopo any side where you see this sticker. With go call bank, mobile banking. Just don't easy. Ecopo, Senam.
GhanaSongs.org. They causing confusion.
But this confuse me, boo. Look where Uncle Nat in World Solid. Look him block them where them beat for him, where they save solid, and at the same amount of cement and sand then they use for beat million. But look what in the happen. Me wall down for them, all the block they all don't scatter. It like say some kind of magic they behind this. You want to know the magic behind this? Now the superior quality, extra strong, extra life and extra yield cement where are the use, and that's not Dangote 3X Portland limestone cement. Dangote cement now the highest grade cement in the country. When a 42.5 R grade cement, when no one day come na this country, and one of the highest grade pan cement where you go get na the wall. Where you want you concrete, wall and block solid, use Dangote 42.5 R cement, you no go regret them. You go get Dangote 42.5 R cement na all the shop and building material store na the one whole country.
The program Good Morning Salon, they continue, and inside the program now, we'll continue for Talk to a studio guest, when Chinere Emeka Anuna, Senior Program Officer, International Labour Organization. We're going to talk on the job creation opportunity we ILO together with the Salon government go implement with support from EU. Now, the issue about monitoring on the funding, my colleague be ask you. Let's look at the mechanism where this project get for put in place for ensure the issue of transparency and accountability be visible to all partner and other body them we go there on board.
As I talked before, I said that the monitoring now every partner will be part of the monitoring system. Already there is a mechanism in place where say we go to monitor maybe there are different levels of the monitor what go take place. The one where the people where they implement the project directly go do, the one where we go do with our partners, and the one where we go to do maybe once in 3 months, once in 6 months, and so they go. And I talk say also we go establish baseline to say this is what is on ground currently as one start, and by the time we will finish, this is what we have done already. And also we go, like you said, the road also we go to monitor as they repair the roads to make sure that the roads that are being repaired are up to standard that it's supposed to be. Because we go to also use local contractors, as I said, we go use people from the districts, we go use people from the communities to be able to do this.
How much the other partner them don't understand their mandates in their own role for play in this implementation stage? Because most time people are working work together for implement this project can say I not be no saying me for do this, or some can want go beyond the mandate. How much another establish this commitment for make all understand the role?
As I done the talk since we started this program, we say before we write the project, we get meetings. Even when, at the time where we write the projects, we get meetings. And now where the project has been approved and you don't agree, say they go give us money. I said after we launch the project for tomorrow, we go get meeting on Wednesday. With all the implementing partners, SLRS, SLECAD, NICOM, the district members, the women farmers, all of us go meet on Wednesday to discuss, okay, now that this project has been approved, this is what you're going to do, this is what you're going to do, this is what you're going to do, and this is when we are going to start. So after the technical meeting on Wednesday, everybody go understand where in roles and responsibilities lie. And also we go also get what they call project steering committee. The project steering committee go also get members of these institutions as members where they this meeting, and there they go to meet at least once every quarter to discuss where they are, what we're going to do, what has been done in this quarter, what are the issues, who has done what, who has not done what, and what are we going to do to improve what we're going to do for the next quarter.
So in the whole now, it's going to go on for achieve inside the next 4 years, we want to implement.
For the next 4 years, waiting with the hopes that we can achieve, we said the 200-kilometer roads have been already rehabilitated to improve access to market for rural farmers with these 4 districts. We will also be sure say women within the work, we don't develop some value chain processes for women where they farm for the village also. We also be sure say the training where we're supposed to ensure that people don't start entrepreneurship that are done, and we also provide support to make sure that these businesses take off before the project end.
So plan they for go with this kind of projects now other parts now the country because other districts and the back with people and they will need then kind job creation yeah. Plan they for go now other districts.
Okay, let this be the start. So when we see that we do well, and then we go also approach not only European Union, other donors to see if we can also extend it to the other districts.
So the 4,000 people away will be the first beneficiary of this first phase of this project. Like each district now, almost people in get for commodity, forget this figure, forget this number of people who are the target.
Sorry, repeat.
The 4,000 people are the target in the first phase of the implementation. Each district we only implement this project. Almost people in get for come each from the district here.
1,000 per district.
1,000 per district.
Because now 4 districts where they work with.
So let we look at preparing them people here their mind for letting them know say now this kind of project when they can implement road, entrepreneur and other thing them. How una don't prepare their mind with the different local partners them we honor the work with. So the issue of saying that the people are ready and accept this kind of job opportunity go make the owner self know say the side we owner choose, owner no regret to owner choose then this get here. So
yeah, the thing will make us say we go work for this district, we say the district authorities will be get meetings with them. So they're already on board and they go come for the launching tomorrow. They go also be part of the technical meeting will go happen from Wednesday. And I talk also, we are also working with women farmers, some of the cooperatives that are in these 4 districts. They're also coming and they will be part of the meeting. So already there is we done the create awareness about this project for the districts where we go work. And after this, the next thing now is to go back to the local districts to begin to have meetings with them to say, okay, now we talked with 2 people before we started. Now the money is available and we want to start. So we want all of you to be part of it because it's not only to involve them in the planning stage. We also involve them in the implementation stage. We involve them in the monitoring stage, in the evaluation stage, and even in the reporting stage.
So now go for provide equipment for the young people then?
Yeah.
Because the reason why I ask some of the young people here not get any knowledge, for example, on doing road work, where say when I go for do, and they don't belong to any companies until we be done the work before now.
We go do training for them. Before they start, we go do training and then we get equipment because even some of the equipment we don't already get because, like I said, we don't implement labor-based technology project before. So we get some equipment we're already there for Kanema.
So you talk about 8 million euro for this particular project. This amount what you call now all in cash or other things in the where they come as support with some amount to this amount?
These are all in cash. The other things where they come for support, like the technical expertise of the ILO, we never put them as part of the money. So those ones are like in-kind donation. The other things will come.
All right. Continue for the between at the studio. Chinere will come back to you. Let me take commercial break and can look at more issues at the program Good Morning Salon.
EcoBank, the leading bank na Salon. Don't come.
Hey, this blow me mind, Bobs. You don't hear about EcoBank, the new service to the customer them. That's not the EcoBank Express Points. When I'm going for make it easy for me and you, we don't want to go with Stemna Bank. Now that make EcoBank Express Point they plenty side near you area, like a pharmacy, shop, supermarket, and even na microfinance or any side where you see the Express Point sign. On top that, EcoBank Express Point, they give you the service where you bank they give you, even where the bank don't lock. Like you go put money, pull money, open express account, pay your bill, buy airtime, receive money through Western Union, and send and receive money through rapid transfer. When an EcoBank their own money transfer service, where they operate at 33 African countries them, also EcoBank Day, and you don't need for carry any foreign currency. EcoBank care about you. You just go to any side where the agent and the Express Point sign day today for easy banking, easy access, no yagba.
EcoBank, the leading bank na Salon.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
jam, I'm killing them shot. Because I swear God, if I
When you buy and service your Toyota vehicle to the right people them, you know they get one that. And that's na Sika Motors Sierra Leone Limited na 21 Bible Road Kisi Freetong. Sika Motors na the only authorized distributor for Toyota vehicle and genuine Toyota spare parts them na the country for Toyota Motors Corporation of Japan. Them vehicle and design for meet the weather condition of this country. Them make them vehicle then specially for meet the utility, commercial, private, and executive vehicular need. You go get 3 year or 100,000 kilometer warranty. In on top though, you go get license and registration with free regular service up to 15,000 kilometer for any Toyota vehicle where you buy from Sika Motors. With the state-of-the-art workshop, we get modern diagnostic machine them together with trained technician them go give you vehicle the service precision where in need, where that go give you the collect where you deserve. For no more about Sika Motors Sierra Leone Limited, go na number 21 Bible Road Kisi Freetong. Telephone 088 012 350 and 088 012 355. Sika Motors Sierra Leone Limited, the party where you for believe, forget original and quality Toyota vehicle and spare parts them.
Alright, the program Good Morning Salon, they continued on the send you message, but before they tell the message, we just take a short music break and come take messages inside the program this morning.
Ayo yo, 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 ayo yo. Here we are, celebrating what we've been waiting in our life. God of mercy, I promise to. Girl, I've been waiting for such a blessing. You're more than just informer. You must have got it from the norma. Your norma. And I'm grateful to Chioma. Girl, I've been waiting for such a blessing. Ayo yo, ayo yo, ayo yo, ayo yo, ayo yo.
So serious, very strong possibility.
You're the one.
Vision is so serious that
That makes me feel so certain.
The baby would not survive.
Your loving needs deserve me. I will never desert you. No, take my hand.
I want kids.
You give me joy every day. Just wanna take you away. Yeah, your love is deserving. Deserving. Yeah, you're more than just a woman. Let it burn it.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue, and as soon as I don't send on a different message and comment on the issues that we will deal with inside the program. Now na time for a look at some message them we una don't send inside the program. This first one, where are they say involving disability people in labor in road project. How well are you prepared for them to be able to showcase themselves? Another message from a Facebook page from Solo, they say, I hope this project will go as explained so far. This will help reduce the unemployment in the 4 districts targeted. Continue to look at more message inside the program. And this other one, they say, why 4 districts? Why not involving all the 16 districts so far?
Right, Albert French na Facebook, they ask, say, where can I contact the ILO office in Freetown? And we look at more messages we don't inside the program. This other one, they ask, say, if I'm in one of the districts targeted as listed above and need job creation, where should I go?
Another message here, they say, if I'm not part of any youth organization or forum, does it mean I'm not going to benefit from the job creation opportunity?
All right, so look at more messages we don't come in. This panel, I'm going to look at and come to guests for response. Yenish, they ask, say, what about the Western area? When will we benefit from such job opportunities? Because a lot of young people are in the Western area and need job.
Okay, well, from their message, then they will come over to our studio guest, Chinere Emeka Anuna, Senior Program Officer from ILO. You don't listen to different message them where people don't send. You can respond to the message them now.
Okay, the first one we say person where the Western District, they ask when we become Western District. Maybe I start with that one. As I talked on before, say this now the start. So we hope if this goes well, and then this will give us the opportunity to go back to the people where they're supposed to say, you see, we have done well here, and people are asking for more. And if we get more money, then we will be able to extend it to other districts. Like I said, this is now a starting point. Then you get question where asks whether how the people living with disabilities can showcase themselves. I think me think say this now opportunity for us to work with them and for them to say there is ability in disability and that they're able to do things and do them well. So there will be afforded opportunities for them to be able to be part of it from the beginning to the end, and also for them to show say they fit do something. Somebody also be asked where ILO office day for Sierra Leone. ILO office day for FAO, where we have FAO office where a Freetown Road, Wilberforce. Freetown Road, Wilberforce. That is where our office day for Sierra Leone. But when we begin to work for the other districts, we go also get small offices in the district offices for the 4 districts where we they work, so that when we go there, we go see where we will go stay. They do our work. Which other questions? So that
somebody be say, if like, how you explain this project, I hope saying and so the project could come out.
Oh, definitely. Now, so it could come out. We not go add anything, we not go remove anything. So we go make sure, instead of us to remove, we go add to make sure say the project can pay like us with the talk from my place.
So what's on our expectation from the beneficiaries then?
Our expectation from them is say they will be able to embrace this and run with it and make sure that they benefit maximally from it. Because our joy will be say, at the end of the 4 years, when we come back, we will beat up our chest to say, yes, we're able to do this. Look at the people where we work with. They're still standing and they're still able to drive their businesses.
You see where somebody asked for the Western area, like I been asked earlier, say if I get plan for bringing come.
Don't talk and say let's start here. This is like our first phase. We did also go there, approach our donors for the next phase to see whether we can extend it to other districts.
Okay, continue for the way to inside the program. Will come back to you?
We'll quickly go on at the Ministry of Trade. Inside the Minister of Trade and Industry, Dr. Hinga Sandy, don't say government they begin give loan to business people where they bring things at the country for it, the thing where people in need. Dr. Hinga Sandy talk this where the Ministry of Trade go work na Pojeo and Kenema district for talk about the work where the Ministry of Trade don't they do and waiting government self they do for bring price down of different things them where people can need. Well, Mange Mansai been a part of the team we go do this worker. He put this report together and in on our reports.
Pujon and Kailaun district, now the two districts them where the Ministry of Trade and Industry don't go waka for tell them the work where the ministry don't they do and serve the policy them where government don't they put in place for make price them no go up na the country. Mohamed Rahman Soare, the Minister of Information and Communication, begin for talk about the waka where the Ministry of Trade go do na Pujon and Kailaun district.
Oh, no, you're this guy there, but this price is high, price is high. This will not tell you now, when I get any right for anything, for every emergency government to do that. So now they could not allow things to, now they could not have. We can't put them today as part of conciliation. We not go to Bomali district, Tamakere, we don't go to Gambia district, we don't go to Bo district, we don't go to Kenema district. So that continue, so we choose for Camp today. And when I was there, we are very important. Now, we are business community, now we are education, now we are clergy, now we are young people that are there. We are very, very important staff. So today, now with me and my brother, Dr. Hinga Sandy, we will come take one through some of them today. All understand what is really happening at Salone, how things and other places they affect me, and what things that we plan as government for turn this whole picture around.
Dr. Edward Inga Sandy, now the Minister of Trade and Industry, talk about the policy them where government don't they develop for protect the customer them, for make the business people them not go the ace price pan them.
The policies them way government they put together, we say, let me say today na open market, liberal market, but we say don't realize it for protect the country. And the small thing that what they do so, and they help with some of the things that we for triangle, they look soft a little bit. So I want to know say, Excellency the President in commitment to now, and very, very strong. By God in power, as the phrase in the beginning candle, Mr. Segment will be the business people. We'll make sure see the price of candle. And they tell them this, where the phrase in the candle, don't they see them? Instead don't they follow the trend. As they go inside January, February, we expect it. Mr. Segment will be ended. And one thing we're encouraging during this COVID, or people that don't make farm them, and also challenge them for even cut the rest.
Dr. Edward Inga Sandy continues to say, government they give business people them where they bring canteen them in the country where people they need.
Government don't give the importer money, and part of that money they name one of the importer them for that part where rice don't use for go buy. We make and they sell at wholesale price 340. Through the Bank of Sierra Leone, now anybody with the import, they give you money at a very low interest rate, about 2 to 5%. May import and bring out the essential commodity. So if we not be done doing this way, if we don't try and pass our intention and the government, not so then small intervention where His Excellency the President incessantly handed, I think say it not be for done easy. And President the plan a trip to Vietnam. We'll go see how government to government will arrange to make we able to get another pack of rice. Whereby God in power, the price will be better than which will get right.
After where the Minister of Trade and Industry been don't talk about the things them where they affect the price in the country. I've been talk to different business people them, but what them think but the worker where the Ministry of Trade and Industry go do to them.
Mina Alisha Shekumala, Chairman Sierra Leone Trade Pujon District. Well, you see the problem in this country sometimes the lack of sensitization. Where the people that don't can, the minister that don't can, they don't sensitize people. All man they go with that free will. But go explain to the people that this is a global issue. Everybody for understand and say putting all for, yan for, and for see better for happen later. Turnout was so short, but people then come in numbers. When I talk about subsidization, that is to say we as government or the government one day we live in governance. That can't be happened before. I think it can, it can go. But we they subsidize and pay more money so that we then pay money at if we let the thing can down small. But the main people for them to understand so that we will miss that demand.
Me na farmer and trader. Trader we be they say price and go up things stiff because we not be they get the information. We not be they get information where be waiting make the things then there, waiting make things then don't go up too much. Rest price don't there and we na rest with the deal with now we they eat. What make it don't go up? Now today we don't can know say problem then day. Now all over the country, like how the minister been say.
Me na Beshegobe, I dey Kailahun town, Kailahun district. Me na the traders union chairman Kailahun district. Meeting and a meeting way really nice. The information we don't get from the trade minister, a meeting way a fine and the information minister, the way they can give information and the way how the trade minister don't enlighten things where it don't happen from another country to this country, more the food. The building materials and the food side, the way prices they go up, people they blame the government, but today don't can narrate everything to we as a trade man, where they before the traders union na Kailahun district, I so look happy today.
Then people there end up call on the Minister of Trade and Industry for they tell the business people them, but the policy where government don't they put in place for make sure say things and price them not go up na the market for radio democracy. Mange Mansaye, the report.
All right. Well, with that report, they will wrap up the program Good Morning Salon for this Monday edition. And we come to the studio guest again when Chinere Emeka Anuna, the senior program officer na ILO, as we be done the talk this morning, but the Opportunity Salon project where then go pull Nado tomorrow with support from the European Union. As we wrap up the program now, whose message they left with listeners them, especially the one them where the wait we go for benefit from this project.
Okay, my last message is say let the people who go benefit take this seriously because this is not something we go benefit you, benefit your family and also benefit your community. So that when you look back at Opportunity Salon one day, you're going to say this has contributed to your success. Thank you.
Many thanks for joining the program this morning. Now, this edition of the program, Good Morning Salon, go left on plenty. Thank you to the production team. Michael Sambola and Alex Lawrence Koroma produced the program. DJ Lava give it technical support. Moses Kavra make on a see in our Facebook. So till we meet again, Mabel Kabade say get yourself a wonderful week. Goodbye.
And Sapti Kalonese, a blessed week ahead. Bye-bye.